So, I don't know about you guys, but I have seen that Standard has changed quite a bit. Some of the things that we could not do in Standard, we now can get away with because Fable of the Mirror Breaker and Invoke Despair are both gone. Today, I am trying my luck, throwing my hat in the ring for humans. Yes, this is strictly a tribal humans deck. Everything in here, as you can well see, is a human or makes humans. And though we have some elements of control, we are really actually trying to end the game in a slightly different way than you might be expecting. First off, let's talk about the two cards that are not human, so maybe not completely tribal for humans, but very close to it. We have Sigarda, Champion of Light, which is flying and trample, and humans you control get +1/+1. This also has a Coven effect, which I haven't been able to pull off quite yet, but if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you can look at the top 5 cards of your library, reveal a human creature card from among them, and put it into your hand, and the rest on the bottom in a random order. It's really nice to get, say, King Darien, or Augur of Autumn, or literally any of our soldiers out of the deck, or I should say humans. Get any of our humans out of the deck. Very nice to get those into your hand, because card advantage, we're not playing blue, so we have it's a little bit of a struggle to make sure that we have cards in our hand and card advantage throughout the game. We also have Sigarda, Font of Blessings. Other permanents you control have hexproof. Fantastic. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may cast angel and human spells from the top of your library. So not only are you getting the card advantage from Sigarda eventually, you're also getting card advantage and hexproof with Sigarda, Champion of Light. I really like this card. I think it's going to do really well in a humans deck. Didn't have a whole lot of support, especially with things like Fable of the Mirror Breaker and Invoke Despair out there, but we are hoping that changes now. We also have a little bit more card advantage with Tocasia's Welcome and Augur of Autumn. First off, Tocasia's Welcome. Creature enters the battlefield with mana value 3 or less. You draw a card, it triggers once per turn. As you can see, outside of our angels here, everything is 3 or less. So we are going to be able to draw a card every time we're able to play a creature. And my god, we are probably going to be able to get creatures out on the field. We have 30 of them in the deck, 7 non-creatures. So card advantage here, and also Augur of Autumn. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, which is great. You get to see what is on top of your library. You can play lands from the top of your library from the very beginning, which is fantastic because you're not going to be drawing into them. Then, if you control 3 or more creatures with, again, different powers, you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Very good indeed. I like it. A lot of times these are getting cut from what I've seen in the test runs of this build, but it is what it is. It's a good card. I think it's decent, but I don't know, maybe a little bit clunky. What is the main way of killing things? Well, we have Adeline to create bodies. We are creating tons of bodies. We also have Wedding Announcement to create bodies. King Darien also creates some bodies, but a little bit slower. Bit of control with the Brutal Cathar. We also have the Anointed Peacekeeper in the sideboard for a little bit of control. Same with the Thalia to slow the opponent down. And our real kicker in this deck is going to be Katilda, Dawnhart Prime, and the Intrepid Adversary. Katilda allows us to tap humans for adding 1 mana of this creature's colors. So, I mean, you got Thalias out there, you have Wedding Announcements out there. These guys have colors. They're white, if I remember correctly. Yes, they are white. Thank God I got that right. And once your board is really full, Katilda can tap a lot of creatures for a lot of mana, and we're dumping it all on Intrepid Adversary. I've gotten this pretty big, actually, in a couple of rounds. It's been really fun. We're going to see if we could replicate that right now and see if we could get this Intrepid Adversary really large and just smash our opponent's face in. Thank you for joining today. This video is coming out just a few days before Lord of the Rings is released, and you better believe we're going to be drafting that baby. So stay tuned for that. Make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it. Alright, here we go. We're going to opt to play first, of course. And I did choose the right deck. I was kind of worried while the game was loading. I thought I was going to have to start it all over again. Well, this is not the greatest hand I've ever kept. Not the worst by far. I've kept some really bad hands in my days of playing Magic the Gathering. This is fine. If I run out the Katilda now, it gets killed, right? Probably, but let's make the opponent have it, I guess. Mana. Raven Man. Really? The Raven Man is here, guys. Didn't think I'd see much of that. I'm going to play a wedding announcement and pass back to the opponent. We might be doing a basics check on this guy because we don't see any basic lands so far. No, still not. Interesting. Should I do a basics check on him right now? Okay. That is certainly interesting. We could. Is that more important or killing the Raven Man? I guess he's willing to give up that way, Raven Man. Let's go ahead and do a basics check here. Let's see how much money this guy spends on Magic. Okay, he's got basics. Alright, alright, alright. We lose our 1/1, but we kill the Raven Man. And we are met with Thalia. Well, we have our own Thalia. I guess we could double tax it all. Yep, that's fine. Make more bodies. Pass the turn. Plaza of Heroes enters. Wonder why he has that Raven Man there. Okay, we're definitely swinging in with Adeline. Resplendent Cathar. We need more mana. Airtie. Well, that stinks. That's going to deal really nicely. That kills my Adeline very nicely. We'll tap it for white. Let it resolve. Get more mana. Whoo, boy. We sure know how to draw mana. Copy all. Grabbing wedding announcement. And we might as well throw King Darien down. Makes our bodies a little bit bigger. Yep. Now we got some nice little 3/3s. That holds Thalia back at least. Airtie. Resurrected. It doesn't so much. But it's still a good trade for us to block it. And I guess he thinks the same thing. He passes it back to us. We need a named human here on the Secluded Courtyard. And probably we're swinging. We want to draw cards because what we have in hand is not great. He blocks with the Airtie. I'm fine with that. He might sacrifice a Plaza here. And he does. Really wants to keep that Airtie resurrected alive. Very interesting. Let's see if we can draw what we need. Nope, we draw land. All right. That is quite painful. It's pretty sad whenever your highest mana value creature is 4 and you never miss a land drop. Do we want more bodies? Probably. But we still will put the Sigarda Font of Blessings out on the field. And I think we're just passing, right? We could do this at, does it say, let's read. Okay, it looks like we could do that at any time. It says nothing about doing it as a sorcery. So we will not attack. We will create another body. We will flip our stuff. and he cycles Rafine's tower. Totally fine. 100% fine, man. These bodies get pretty big. These humans get pretty big. Rhoda, Herald of Invasion. Legendary's favorite little creature there. Yep, create a soldier. Put a 1/1 on Darien. We could do it again, I think. No, we cannot. We cannot afford that. But we will in time. Nice. Oh, he's out. He is out. All right. We had that guy pretty hook, line, and sinker. He looks like he's doing legendary tribal. So, not a whole lot I want to really spot in here. Thalia works out pretty decent for us. He doesn't have a lot of non-creatures either. Brutal Cathar definitely stays in. Anointed Peacekeeper. Now, that could come in, maybe slow down some of the removal. Like your entire Resurrected, or however you say that. Maybe we are slotting in 2 Anointed Peacekeepers, going down 1 Augur of Autumn, and I'm guessing another Augur of Autumn. As said, that card gets cut a lot. But it's a-okay with me. I'm fine with having cards in my main board that I cut. Oh my word. Hello. Yeah, we're going to lose this one. Such a good hand. This is a perfect curve, too. That's what she said. We're going to have to get rid of the King Darians. Both of them. Both of them are at the bottom? No, we want 1. I think Thalia. No. Don't be silly. Put the Intrepid Adversary down there. Man, oh man, this is awkward. If I lose this, I'm blaming the Shuffler. Alright. Tapped land to start. Recruitment Officer, great on turn 1, but doesn't necessarily have to be played on turn 1. Thalia. And here we go. Cut down. Alright, our Thalia dies. He doesn't mind playing Thalia himself, but probably doesn't want the double tax. Rafine. Oh boy. I think Rafine just kills us. Let's try to build out our board a little bit with a Katilda and then a Recruitment Officer. Rafine, so good now. So good. And we get Adeline. He had one of his own. And of course he's coming in with the Rafine. And we can't do anything about this unless we want to give up some value. And I certainly do not like doing that. Just discards 2 lands, which is both good and bad. It means his hand is good. But also maybe he'll run out of lands. Is that a good hope to have? I'm going to hope for it even if it's not a legitimate hope. No attacks. Pass to the opponent. That twice mulligan really hurt. Yep. And he targets correctly. I think Rafine just kind of kills us here, right? He's just straight Esper as well. Interesting notes to make. Wow, that's a lot of lands. Holy crap, my guy. He drew all the lands. That is absolutely insane. We'll block some of the damage here. Yeah, I'm going to give creature tokens that we have 0 of. Indestructible. You don't get to kill my creatures. I will kill my own creatures. Thank you very much. Okay. Really wants to protect those 1/1s. Understandable. Though he would have killed the Recruitment Officer there had he let that damage go through. And we're off to the races, my friends. Here. Here. We probably lost this one. But you know what? I could still try, right? Let's see what he drew. Did he draw a winning condition? Oh, I guess just swinging is a win con for him. My god. This did not go well. This guy becomes really big. This guy is really big. I guess we just go to the next round. I would just be dumping almost everything if I were him. I wouldn't take that much time to think about it. It's smarter to think about what you do, but, you know, nobody has time for that. Let's see here. I think that we're okay to go back into a round. That double mulligan really hurt us. Both King Darians went to the bottom. King Darian, I think, would have done a little bit. And if we just had good mana drops, we would have been all right there. We're going to go again. We don't need a sideboard around anything. Kind of know what the opponent's doing. We kind of know what we're doing too. Well, sort of. I'm never 100% sure what I'm actually doing. I know after I make the moves what I'm doing, and then I justify why it was good. I think that's how you're supposed to play Magic the Gathering, but I'm not 100 on that either. Tocasia is welcome, and the opening hand is always good as well. We are going to definitely play this. We are definitely going to play out this. We're going to draw a card. More mana. I guess it's time to flood. Skrelv, very good. We get a tapped land from the opponent, and now we are left with choices. Now we could do both. We could do Adeline. We could draw a card, Sigarda, Font of Blessings, and Anointed Peacekeeper. Take a look at this hand. Wandering Emperor and Adeline and a bunch of mana. We're going to name... man, it's really hard because it could be Adeline or it could be the Wandering Emperor. I'm going to name the Wandering Emperor. That's a really awkward hand. There it is. We're going to name the Wandering Emperor. Man, this guy loves manas. I guess if you're running, you know, Rafine, you can run a couple more manas. That's a great top deck for the opponent. That's very, very good. We'll draw a second Katilda. Okie doke. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Intrepid Adversary. Yep. I get to draw a card as well, which is great. Isn't this phenomenal? There it is. And we get to draw a Recruitment Officer, which we will then play said Recruitment Officer. Sure, why not? We could take a little bit of damage from this Shieldred. It's not a big deal. And besides, the Recruitment Officer is big enough to deal with Shieldred. Now, he can give it protection with Scrub. We have to remember that. He passes back to us. And... let's go with Sigarda. Alright. Mana. Now, I think we just go for it, right? Go for the win? Yeah, just swing. And this token's really big, too. It's a 4/4. Of course, we're going to be taking damage from the Shieldred the entire time. Okay, he's got the Wandering Emperor ready. That's why we didn't swing with the Intrepid Adversary. I really think he should have... nope, he had to get rid of the Hexproof. Alright, what else? You're a little bit low on mana for that Wandering Emperor there, sir. Eiganjo. Huh. That's fine. Let's see what else you have. You've been able to clear out some of the stuff. Tocasia is welcome, really helping out a huge amount here. He's blocking with the Shieldred with the Adeline, which is pretty good trade for him, in all honesty. We don't want to block this Intrepid Adversary, so we're going to go No, sir. We don't want to tap the Anointed Peacekeeper. If he's going to play the Emperor, we want him to have to kill the Recruitment Officer or a human token. That's what we want. Him to have no value off of that. And he plays his own Adeline, though his is significantly smaller than ours. He is down to 2 mana. Let's see if he has another mana or 2. Apparently the last card is not a mana, and it wouldn't have gotten him to 4 anyway. That is a victory. 1 win, no losses so far. Very, very nice. Very nice. All right, let's get into round number 2. So we already got to see how good Katilda is in this deck, as well as Tocasia's Welcome is in this deck, and the Intrepid Adversary. Really, in the first round, we were able to do the 3 things I really wanted to do with this deck to show off that humans do have a place in the format. And lucky day for us, turn number 2, match number 2, and we're still deciding we get to go first. Man, oh man, if only I had mono red, right? Okay. Awkward. We do have the Augur of Autumn to try to keep this from happening, from getting overrun with lands. We also have Katilda and Adeline. So it's a keep, but it's just on the edge of where I would mulligan. Hate the mulligan. It's my least favorite way to start a game. But sometimes it be that way. We were just talking about you, Mono Red. We were just talking about you. The good thing, however, is Augur of Autumn is a decent body against Monastery Swiftspear. And he's using a barrage against the Katilda, which I'm fine with. This is going to be a game of attrition. Yep, had to drop a land. We're going to draw another land next turn. That's disgusting. And in a Braid. Well, it's really wanting to go after my creatures. That damage could not go to the face, so, you know, human. We're going to name human. Hello, my name is Human. Remember that song? It was bad when it came out. It's bad still, but I love it. Another mountain from the opponent. Well, this is not great. I've seen better days. Let's play out our hand. And if you want to race, if you're feeling froggy, I guess we're racing mono red. Hopefully we run into, Brutal Cathar. That would be a great draw. Coming in. I know he's going to hit me hard. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I know it's right to block here. Nope. Hey, I'll take one. Yeah, I'll take one, man. Brotherhood's End. Alright. Well, there's my Brutal Cathar. Well, we'll just pass back to the opponent, and we will wait until he inevitably plays another creature. There it is. Too bad that guy has haste. He's going to beat me up just a little bit, and we draw land. Alright. We do have Brutal Cathar, though. We do have Brutal Cathar. And he has a play with fire. And he gets to swing in for 4 more. At least 2 mono faces Kakazan. And I don't think we got this. Good game, he says. He lightning strikes my face, and then he swings in with the raptor. And he got the glory of putting me to 0. That is very nice indeed, Mr. Opponent, Mr. Anointed Peacekeeper. We're going to grab 3 copies of that. We're going to take out these. And yes, I know I have 61 cards in the deck. It's something I was meaning to fix. Just drop one of the Augur of Autumns. Yeah, just do that. There you go. 60 card deck. And, yep, we'll play first. We will play first. Decent hand for this mono red. Man, Thalia actually could get us some good work too. Brutal Cathar is fantastic. No 1-drops, but we're still going to drop the Secluded Courtyard. By the way, really good uncommon land here if you're playing Tribal. And of course, he has the Monastery Swift Spear. We mana, we Thalia, we pass. Mishra's Foundry. Bloodthirsty Adversary. Do you swing? No. No, he does not swing. We Bloodthirsty Adversary. We grab... Oh, we Brutal Cathar. We take the Bloodthirsty Adversary. I do know words. I have heard of them. I've read about words. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Read about words. A braid. You got me. That certainly does hurt. We take the damage and we pass to ourselves. We're going to call it like that. Could do a couple of things here. Ambitious Farmhand is interesting to get down, but Wedding Announcement blocks the Swift Spear quite nicely. For 3 turns, gets me 3 turns ahead. But we could also Farmhand here and Recruitment Officer. I think that's what we're going to want to do. We're definitely going to take this action. Grab one of our 4 mono whites. Our plains. We are going to swing for 2. Sometimes I'm trying to hold up with this deck, but in this case I am not because of removal spells like the Lightning Strike. There he is. Comes on in. We trade the Adversary for the Recruitment Officer. Pass. Oh, yay. Mana. That's what I wanted. I wanted mana. We Wedding Announcement. We swing. Yep, the 1/1's enough to block the Swift Spear for 3 turns. I think that's good enough. Ouch. I'll take 1, though. That ain't no thing. Oh. That's pretty strong. Humans bit bigger. And we'll hold back. This holds him back pretty nicely. Once you start growing things with Wedding Announcements and Sigarda, Champion of Light, that's why King Darien is in this deck, actually. It's mostly for that +1/+1 effect. And, yeah, boy, read my mind. Yep, we are down to 1/1s again. Nice swing for the opponent. Nice little ability to swing. But we will actually take this. It's only 5 damage. And that's how you die versus mono red thinking like that. Okay, not what we wanted. But 'tis what we got. No attacks. Now we're looking okay to do some blocks. I really don't care what we give up. We probably want the Ambitious Farmhand to flip later on. He's coming in. We'll do it like this. He's got some trick. Or he's going to wipe the board. He's wiping the board. Here it comes. Brotherhood's End. Do it. Play the card. Well, that wasn't quite Brotherhood's End. It was a very expensive Brotherhood's End. That's fine. Anointed Peacekeeper. We're going to make Furnace Punisher more expensive? Or a Braid? Furnace Punisher. There we go. That means we need another creature. I wouldn't be surprised if he just throws this Punisher down. Or just kills my Anointed Peacekeeper with the perfect top draw. And we draw land. That's good enough for a scoop. That is good enough. So, deck loses to mono red whenever they draw perfect cards, and we draw lands. That is good to know. If you just draw lands against mono red, you will lose. Five lands. It's better than no lands. We'll draw the things we need, right? We only have 24 lands in the deck. We drew another one. Only 24, so most of our lands are in our hand. That is actually kind of okay. We'll never miss a land drop ever. That's good, right? Thalia. He's going with Glissa. Okay. We are definitely grabbing that off that field. That first strike death touch is brutal. Don't want it. I want nothing to do with that, sir. 4 mana into Migla's Maze Crusher when it enters the battlefield with 5 oil counters on it. Remove oil counter, Vigilance, Menace. Remove 2, +2/+2. Remove all 3. Destroy artifact or enchantment. Okay. I think we want to wedding announcement here. I am going to at one point want to do a basics check on him. Let's go with Augur. And we'll probably go with the Recruitment Officer as well. We definitely don't have 3 creatures with different powers. They all have 2. Plaza of Heroes. And there is Gix Yawgmoth. Alright. We're going to have to block. I'll give up Thalia here. Oh, okay. I got scared. I wasn't sure if you could remove those counters, those oil counters later on. We still don't have 3 dudes with different powers, so we drop Adeline. Yeah. And I think it's time to do a basics check right now. Try to get rid of that Plaza. Could have done that on the opponent's turn, but, you know, I'm curious. Ah, I guess it does grab Proving Grounds. Okay. Yep. So he's running Triomes, and of course he is. Sheoldred. Ouch. I guess we're getting rid of the Augur. It's kind of hard to get off anyway. No pun intended. Probably flipping that too very soon. If he flips it, destroy up to 1 target creature or planeswalker target player controls, and then all kinds of nasty stuff. 5. But something else has to happen to flip this, right? 8 or more cards in the bin. We do not have that. So he's gonna have to fight to flip that, and I'm happy with that. Here he comes. 4/5. Guess we're taking. Draws a card, loses of life. We need to get this wedding announcement off. And of course, we're not attacking. Just need to slowly grow our board state. Comes on in. We could kill the Sheoldred here. And I'm thinking that that's an okay play. Double block that Shelly. Yeah. Okay. We have to deal with that grease if we want to live. Yeah. Glisa is brutal, guys. Glisa Sunslayer is quite the card. And a Grafted Butcher. I think we've lost this one. I will go ahead and concede. I will go ahead and call it quits here. But now we kind of know what we're dealing with. Enchantments aren't going to be a thing that we have to really mess with all that much. But we will pull in 4 copies of the Anointed Peacekeeper. We're going to drop down to 1 Augur of Autumn. And we could drop 2 more cards. 1 Tocasia's Welcome. And 1 Thalia. And we're going to opt to play first. I guess that's what happens when you lose. Fine. Play the tap land. We don't have a turn 1 play. We could always follow up with the Secluded Courtyard, naming Human. And Katilda. Didn't see a whole lot of removal from the opponent, so maybe we actually have a chance to do some cool stuff. Uh-oh. As I say that, right, he had a bunch of abrades. No, that was a previous opponent. I think that's the first bit of removal we really saw from the opponent. 'Tis fine. We'll drop Adeline. Try to get this guy growing. Try to get some, what shall you call, humans on the battlefield and more removal. You know what? I had to bite my words, didn't I? It just had to happen. Let's see what he's got. Barrage. Grafted Butler. Scrap Gorger. It deals 5 damage if it targets a blue. Wait, I don't care if you deal 1 damage to one of my creatures. That's fine. Shieldred's Edict, though. Where are you? There you are. You can still do it, but it's going to be his whole turn. Grafted Butler. Not in the best spot. Oh. White and or blue. Okay. Oops, indeed. Oops, indeed. Let's start off with Thalia. Should have threw down to Sigarda, actually. Champion of Light. Well, there's Elish Norn. Now this makes it to where permanents entering the battlefield don't cause abilities of permanents your opponents control to trigger, which completely shuts down my entire deck. Let's drop Sigarda and no attacks. Grafted Butler. Gix. Oh my god. We're just so underwhelming here. I think we're taking 5, but he gets to draw a card. We don't like that. Aha. We don't get to kill it. Yeah, just go ahead and draw your card. I actually kind of wanted to draw land there, so that's kind of perfect. King Darian. Now I have 3 creatures of different powers, so I swing in with Sigarda. We get a Recruitment Officer. Totally fine. Down to 14, and we drop Recruitment Officer. We have a fairly good board state here. But that Elish Norn is very dangerous for us. The Creator is very dangerous for us. The Grafted Butcher is good. And we get a Flesh Gorger that we have to deal with as well. Alright. Alright, Flesh Gorger is now a 4/4 as well. You swing. Do you swing? Yes. It really doesn't matter what I do. He's out of mana. Oh, yep. That's it. That's the move. Yep, you get to kill 2, but I get to kill an Elish Norn. Oh, I guess Thalia does survive. Lucky me. Mana. Brutal Cathar. We're going to target the Flesh Gorger here. We're going to pay 8. He says, oops. I don't know if I messed up or I don't know if he messed up. We're going to swing in and grab Adeline, probably. He's looking pretty low on cards, so that might have been him saying oops on himself. He still has that Sheoldred's Edict that he could do a little bit of damage. Mana. Alright, that's what we want to see. There's a Sheoldred's Edict. And we will sacrifice, drumroll, Sigarda. Keep our defense up. Yeah. And here we go. More mana, my god. We go Sigarda, Champion of Light. He can't do anything. And we pass back to the opponent. Yep, turned into like a slow drog. He was the aggressor. He maybe should have been defensive in this match, but looks like we're pulling ahead. Oh, hello. Discard X cards. Exile top cards among you may play lands. Okay. That's very strangely done. He did exile a Tocasia's Welcome, which is very sad indeed. Yep, he drew land, so he's like, oh, well, that's better than, you know, nothing. Can't swing here. There he goes. I don't know if that Peacekeeper helped enough to justify 4 copies. Maybe we're actually going with the Gavany Dawnhart. And this card's really nice because you get more card advantage, and he has a lot of removal, so I think it's going to be pretty helpful. We mostly went to a mono white, by the way. It's almost mono white now. And here we go. Thalia, Brutal Cathar, King Darian, and Sigarda. All good stuff. This is the Font of Blessings one. We'll show him that we have all of the Sigardas. Mana pass. Mana Scrap Gorger. Very good start for the opponent. And we will put a Thalia out there. Secluded Courtyards are really good, so I'm happy to have them. Okay, we name Human. We Brutal Cathar. We grab that guy, and we swing. Try to do this more on a tempo than we did last time. Lisa, oh my god, should have held it. I guess we're just holding up then. We might drop the Katilda. And then we're going to pass the turn. We have to Eiganjo on this Galisa. We have to kill that. Grafted Butler. And the Galisa is still within range. Here's the swing. Here's the murder. He might have Samuel safekeeping. Okay, he doesn't. Scrap Gorger could have bailed him out there, but did not human. Well, I guess let's just empty our hand, right? Could almost empty our hand. Here we go. Gavany Dawnhart. Resolves. Sigarda, Font of Blessings. Resolves. Everything has hex proof. We get to play creatures from the top. 1, 2, 3. We do. Awesome. Scrap Gorger. And passes. Interesting. Interesting. Play the Brutal Cathar from the top of the library. Beautiful stuff. We're going to grab a Scrap Gorger. He's stuck on mana like no other, so we definitely want to get as much value out of this as humanly possible. Exile something. Can't even remember what I played. I'm just doing the thing, man. Wedding announcement. There's the wedding announcement, and it looks like we're out of gas. He says good game. Bam. Down to 14. When you say good game, you're supposed to concede. There it is. All right. We did it. We got to see Sigarda, the other one. The Font of Blessings actually do some work in this one. Getting that Brutal Cathar to take care of the Scrap Gorger. He's relying on that to actually have any kind of mana. He doesn't have any. And hey, we came away with a win. Guess what? We won the first one. We lost to Mono Red, who drew exactly what he needed every turn. But got some revenge here. We could do one more. I'm not used to my matches taking this little of time. I might even go for a walk. And here we go. Brutal Cathar, Ambitious Farmhand, Wedding Announcement, Augur of Autumn. We haven't seen this card take off yet, so maybe we do now. Okay, start with the Razorverge Thicket. Pass turn. And Invasion of Urgamom. Now, he's probably playing a Battles deck, which is a very fast indeed. Scary fast, in all honesty, but the only thing we could really do here is Farmhand, which is fine. We could block with it. I don't mind. In the next turn, take the Brutal Cathar, do its thing. If he has a Hasty Boy to flip the Urgamon. He does not. He doesn't do anything, actually. That's kind of what we like to see. Let's kind of hide our intentions here, right? Wedding Announcement. It's a good control piece, so it's Ambitious Farmhand. Maybe he's thinking that we're some sort of control build. He ditches land. Alright, that's a little early to ditch land. But, I mean, if you're sure about your hand, I mean, go for it, right? He's got the treasure over here that he created from the Invasion of Urgamom. So maybe he's hoping that that's enough. Luca. We don't see a whole lot of Luca. Should we kill the Luca? I'm going to go with a hearty yes. Right? We want to kill the Luca. Eliminate everything the Luca just did. You don't get that. You don't get that. He's trying to get through the flip the Urgamon. But he might have that one little burn spell that kills battles. I'm not too worried if he's using all of his cards to flip just the Truga, Cliff Charger, whatever that's called. I need to see more battles to be sold on battles. Really do. I mean, they're out there. They're definitely a thing that you can do. But, I mean, if you notice, all he's doing is just kind of chilling. We can double spell at any time. And I should have probably not played land yet. But we'll swing. All swing. Here it is. Gonna pay the 3 life. Take 2. Totally fine. We will draw 2 cards. And since that dude's gone, we're gonna grab more mana out of our library. Take the action, grab the mana. Draws Thalia, draws Recruitment Officer. Thalia probably really good in this matchup. Oh, okay. You know what? That certainly is good. Augur. We do not get land on the top of our library, which is fine. We can... Thalia. We can Recruitment Officer. Just go really wide. Got another wedding announcement in hand as well. It would be so nice to get our Katilda. Children, alright, that's fair enough. We'll sacrifice this thing. Need 8 cards in the graveyard, we have 2. Yeah, Shieldred's really hard to pull off if you don't have a really good control build. Passes back to us, and we draw our Tocasia's Welcome, which I'm very happy with. Always happy with Tocasia's Welcome. Another Augur. And do we want to draw that land right now? I don't see any problem with it. Go ahead and eat these 2 guys up. I think getting cards out of the way. Oh my god, another land. That has to be, I guess that's what, you know, that's what Wizards wanted us to have. Just a bunch of land. Because now we could cast Intrepid Adversary for a ridiculous amount. Liliana, don't really
Enough
care.
With the mysteries.
We actually have an extra Augur of Autumn.
Crowds.
So we sack that. Mana. Tap. Another land. Yay. We knew about it though. 2. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Yes. 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 All those big boys. There it is. Coming at face, right? Yep. Here. What do you do? What do you do? You concede. I might actually think about this card as a main board. And maybe go down to... We're already going down to 2 Augurs of Autumn. Because I'm at 61 cards. But I'm just saying. For a uncommon, this is very good. We could also go down one of the... no, I don't want to go down any of that. We want the protection and the ability to dig through. Maybe 1 Augur of Autumn this time. And have our 2 Gavany Dawn Guards to try to dig a little bit deeper. Augur does the same thing, but if you blow up the Augur of Autumn, it doesn't really help you at all. And yeah, we kind of misplayed with the Augur of Autumn anyway by playing lands from our hand. But we had plenty of lands. Only 24 in deck, swear to God. But seems like it wants to give us all of them. All right, here we go. 2 mana is not really good, so let's mulligan that. This is good. I really wish I didn't have to get rid of any of these cards. But it is where we are. How much you want to bet I draw lands? You know what? Shuffler gave me all lands last time. We do get an extra land with the Ambitious Farmhand as well. So, that's fine. We did great. We did exactly what we wanted to do. Riveteer's Outlook. That's actually really good with the soul whatever. You know the guy. The Soul Grace guy. The guy that does shenanigans with lands. Yes, we definitely want to take that action. We want to grab a plains and pass the turn. He cuts down. One removal spell taken care of. We get Brutal Cathar. I think we take a turn off and start setting up with Tocasia's welcome. Blood Tithe Harvester. What a time to be alive. Here we go. We want to Brutal Cathar that, right? Nah. We wedding announcement. We continue to set up. And we'll even Recruitment Officer. Do you want to eat this Recruitment Officer with your Harvester? Go ahead. Draws land. He's actually going to opt to cut down again. Interesting choice. So wings in, we no block. We'll take 3. Soul Grace, there it is. He gets to do his shenanigans, but he is so excited. I wonder how excited he will be for a Brutal Cathar. Still building up that mana base. There it is. Cost 3 or less, so we get to draw a card. We grab the Soul Grace. We draw Thalia. Now, he's probably killing this Brutal Cathar with the Blood Tithe Harvester, which is actually fine. We got another one in hand. And that takes care of the Blood Tithe Harvester. So my answer that I have, the answer to the question I posed earlier about should I take the Blood Tithe Harvester with Brutal Cathar, the actual answer to that was yes, but we did not. So here we are. Luca.
Phyrexian Swarm, will you serve me now?
Another mana, which is fantastic. We grab this bad boy here. Get Gascony Dawnguard. And I think we literally just pass. More bodies. There are 2/2s now. Except for Thalia, which is a 3/2 first strike. Holds back the whatever this is, the Phyrexian beast, quite well.
And the Alpha.
Here's Shieldred. I will sacrifice that Thalia that I was just going to use for defense. Thank you very much. We've got 4 cards in the graveyard. Pops the blood, drops the mana. What else you got? Liliana of the Veil. You want me to sacrifice a creature? Alright, we could do that.
One of your friends has to leave.
We can do that. A Brutal Cathar. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? A couple of things we could do. Looks like we could do Brutal Cathar and King Darien. Actually looks pretty good. He's really low on cards. So if we just come over here and grab that. Grabbing a land, that's actually good, right? Now we play the King Darien. Everything gets a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. Take these 2, go after this. Take this one, go after this. Now we don't want to be discarding any cards, so we kind of want him to... Yep, okay, yep. Yep, he keeps the Liliana alive. Just for the time being.
Supposed to be the hunter.
Cruelty of Gix. That is very good. That is very good. Now I'm going to have no cards for next turn. Do you understand how good both of these are? I would... Either one of those, I would play that happily next turn. But I think Intrepid Adversary is a little bit stronger than the Gascony Dawnguard right about there. And then we discard it, of
Drop
course.
it.
Then we will go to my turn. Recruitment Officer. Gross. Well, we do get to draw a card off of Tocasia's Welcome. And we draw another Tocasia's Welcome. And why would we not play that, right? Swings here, swings here. That takes care of the Harvester. Deals some damage. Takes care of the Liliana. We're going to the second stage of Cruelty of Gix. I would be probably grabbing Board Wipe. Ah, does he have a good one? He does have a Titan of Industry. He goes for the wedding announcement here, which is actually fine. It slows my board state down. I can't do anything against him now. And then what is he going to reanimate? He doesn't have any true creatures down there except for Blood Tithe Harvester. Sigarda. I like Sigarda. Can't really swing effectively. Creature card from a graveyard. Oh, yeah. Ouch. Got the Brutal Cathar, was down there from earlier. He's going to grab the other Brutal Cathar. And here comes Shieldred. Oh, man, we are getting dominated here. There's still a chance. All right, that's good. That's very good. Augur of Autumn. We draw the Boseiju. We draw the wedding announcement. We play this. Are we going to turn this around? One, two. 1, 2. No, we can't play that one. But 1, 2. I think it's worth it. Auto pay. We only have the 1. Well, never said I knew how to count. Zayatora Proving Ground grabs another card, and we're looking like we could actually hold out on this. Whose procs first? It looks like his procs first, so I'm going to grab this one. Yeah, baby. His procs first, ours resolves first. We get another Brutal Cathar. We grab Shieldred. And we're looking really nice right about now. Get to draw some cards. I do appreciate it, opponent. Yep. I guess when you're playing Brutal Cathars, always make sure you flip it today on your turn. I'm halfway tempted to just all swing next turn. He blocks the Sigarda in the air. Ah, no, because he blocks a Brutal Cathar and really messes us up. So I guess we get more power going day and night. Wedding announcement, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. You know, let's go to post-game wrap and talk about it just a little bit. So I was hesitant to play this strictly human deck besides 2 angels. Tribal Human. We're still calling this Tribal Human. I was skeptic because it never worked in the past. No matter how hard I wanted it to actually work. Oh, yeah, by the way. There we go. That's going in the description, by the way. This one. But it actually works really well because, you know, you get rid of Invoke Despair. Tocasia Welcome actually works. You get rid of, you know, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and then you don't have to use your Brutal Cathar to take care of a 2/2 Goblin on turn 3. That helps out the deck a lot. Wedding Announcement is a lot stronger. It's harder to just wipe your board over and over again. This deck won 3 rounds, lost 1 to Mono Red, of course, of all things. But other than that, it was great. Katilda, for some reason, people were not killing the Katilda. You have to kill the Katilda, especially when you're playing things like Augur of Autumn and Sigarda. Yeah, no, not the Sigarda. Sigarda, Font of Blessings, being able to play humans from the top of your library, and with the Augur of Autumn, being able to play creatures. Yeah, creatures from the top of your library. I have read these cards. I know what they do. And Tocasia's Welcome helps you draw. Katilda just gets so many creatures out on the board for you. It really does. So this stuff is going to work in Standard for a little bit over a year. You might as well get used to playing decks like this because it's going to work. It did for me. It did just now. I was just playing some games straight, and there it is. Welcome to a new Standard, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you've liked the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.